Ladies and gentlemen, and this is Elden Ring dunkview by the channel videogamedunkey. Okay, you think this game is crazy? Wait till you play Elden Ring. But alright, Elden Ring, obviously the newer version of the Dark Souls, right? I did play the first Dark Souls, the first, not the second, not the third, the first original one when I was a kid, long ago when it came out. After that, I never played any game from this studio. I don't know why, I just never played it, right? No other Dark Souls, right? No Bloodborne. I'm pretty sure Bloodborne is also from the same studio. And now it's an Elden Ring. Everybody's apparently saying this is the great game, or the great game ever, I guess. Same thing was said when the Bloodborne was out, right? So I guess this studio is doing something right. So yeah, I was a pretty good Dark Souls player. I mean, by pretty good, I mean I was way too obsessed with it when I was a kid. I remember that. I can't be like that right now, but I do remember what it felt like. So it's gonna be fun seeing how different Elden Ring is. It feels like everybody's saying it's kind of similar, right? It's like, you know, newer Dark Soul type of thing. But yeah, let's watch it.
Elden Ring is the biggest game ever made. When you start, the map is like this, and you go, damn, this game is big. Then you get teleported to the other side of the map and realize, oh my god, this game is big. Then you get teleported to the top of the map, and you go, whoa, this game big. Then you realize there's an entire other world underground, and a floating island, and a massive city, and an entire secret castle. Two of them, actually. There are secret zones within secret zones within secret zones. So the absolute highest compliment I can pay this game is to tell you that I have beaten this game 4 times now. Right out the gate, we're ripping off Zelda. You literally wake up in a tomb, open...
It's this, is he talking about just beating the main story or something, or completing the game completely end to end 4 times? Because that's something, right? This game didn't came out months ago. It was just like kind of recent. I mean, then again, it's his job, right? He has 7 million subscribers. I'm pretty sure this is his full job now, right? He makes good enough money from this that he's going to do just this. I mean, it must be very sweet, right? Doing something that you like, playing games like we used to do when we were teenagers. But now that's your job and you can play the game for 4 times.
Open a big door and the game says go. No hand holding, no bullshit, just go wherever you want to go. Except don't fight that guy, and don't go over here because you'll die, and don't follow the beam of light because that's a fucking scam. Elden Ring's gameplay loop is to put a bullshit boss in front of you and say, okay, now go into the world and find something to chop his head off with. Having a concrete goal like defeating a scumbag boss makes exploration feel that much more meaningful. And visually, this is a world worth exploring. Walking around in this game is like stepping inside of a painting.
Ooh.
There are
Look at that shit. Yeah, painting. That's so great. Look at that. I didn't know it looked that good. This looks epic, man. And apparently it's open world.
Hundreds upon hundreds of scenic vistas which look impossibly curated and intentional, and the spaces in between are populated with an absurd array of creative enemies and bosses. FromSoft is famous for their enemy design, and they are really bringing the heat here, not only in sheer quantity, but also in terms of moves and variety. Penguins is in this game, doggy statues, doggy wizards, giant lobsters, vampire bats that sing the Halo theme. They got Pumpkinhead to be in this, stretchy lizard man. The list goes on and on and on, and you're saying, Dunkey, please don't spoil this game for me, but I can't. This game cannot be spoiled because this game does not end, okay? This is Dark Souls 4, no end credits edition. But what's frustrating about Elden Ring is that for all the effort that has gone into the world and enemies, it feels like they only...
I remember when I played Dark Souls and specifically finding a mouse and keyboard. I searched for it, which is the best, you know, mouse and keyboard for response time, just so I could time the boss's attack way too perfectly, right? And just, you know, I was just way too competitive at the time. I guess this is gonna be similar to people, right? Because in this one, boss fighting is also, you have to look out for, you know, deep patterns here and there.
We spent 10 seconds balancing this game. The difficulty in this game is best described as, what is the word I'm looking for here? Total fucking horseshit. This is an evil game made by an evil man, and whoever's job it was to balance the damage scaling on enemies did not show up to work for the entire making of this game. Just from saying that,
that's
already
a feature,
people are pissed off at me. They're saying Dunkey sucks. I hate you, Dunkey, nitpicking and biased. You only like Xbox. But always remember, I beat this, and this is fucking stupid. And I beat Elden Ring
It's
1,
stupid.
2, 3, 4 times. Because why? Because I'm the realest gamer of all time. And I say it's too hard. I am calling this game out. Not because it's a bad game, but because it's an incredible game that is held back by very poor balancing. Many
think I
of
should
the
play
deaths
this.
in this game do not feel earned, like dying to this stupid shit or losing 70,000 runes to the wonky platforming. So many enemies in this game can kill you in 1 or 2 hits, or kill you with a combo that comes out so fast it feels like 1 hit, or they can stun you into another hit, which also feels like a 1-hit kill, or they can just kill you in 1 grab, straight up. Having super aggressive enemies with crazy combos and unpredictable attacks is the fun kind of difficult, but making those moves hit for your entire health bar is fucking lame. And
See, the problem with this one is very simple. In the newer age, let's just say, games were made as a, developers just assume that you're gonna play multiple times, right? This is like game plus type of mentality, and that kind of seeps into the how you create games, right? So sometimes somebody makes a game thinking that you're gonna fail and try multiple times before you perfect it and move on, right? Or maybe you'll be better in the second playthrough, third playthrough. To me, that ruins the thing, right? If I want to play second time, that's my thing, right? If you make a game that's way too, hard to predict, and you have to fail multiple times before you can play it, like in multiple playthrough, that just feel weird. So this could be similar to that, right? I mean, this bosses use different type of pattern attacks that you can't know it, right? You have to fail many times before you even realize it or something like that. But yeah, I mean, Dark Souls first had that thing, right? So this is not, but I'm pretty sure this is kind of amped up to that.
cheap rewards. Now, what's fun about Elden Ring's rewards is you never know what you're gonna get. What sucks about that is you end up struggling in a cave for an hour to get a wizard staff that you can't even use. Look at this dude. He cannot actually turn around to attack you. He is worth 3,300 XP. Then you have this guy who can do this, and he can say this, or he can say this, and he has this move too. This guy, who has a ton of health by the way, is worth 3,800 XP. What? Only 500 more than the guy who can't turn around. Ow, what? You think that's fucked up though? Look at these guys.
I mean, did you see everybody's different, I guess, and the problem with that is that that guy can't turn around, while other guy might have some other problem. Of course, there's going to be balancing issue, but that creates some kind of a realistic element, right? If you just balance everything out, it just becomes bland. Like, okay, look at that, he's more difficult, he'll have more XP, sure. That guy is less difficult because he has some problems that he can't turn around. Obviously, he's going to have less XP. He's going to be predictable, right? If this is like a Bethesda mentality. It's not a bug, it's a feature, right? Just go with it. It creates a chaotic world.
They're literally sleeping. Watch what happens when I hit L2. I just got 20,000 XP for
What
that.
the
There
fuck?
are so many different weapons and spells and summons and special moves in this game that should make Elden Ring a wonderland for experimentation, but because the upgrade system is so rigid and stingy, you feel discouraged from creating wacky builds. And then on top of that, you have this late game difficulty spike where it feels like your character just got reset back to level 1. The end game bosses are so brutal and so fast that it ultimately funnels every player into using the same broken builds. It's probably starting to sound like I hate this game, but try to remember, I beat this big ass game 4 times. 4 and a
Just
half,
mentioning that over and over
Clearly,
again.
They did something right. Games like this are far and few between, so I want them to get this one just right. And the good news is that most of the problems with Elden Ring can be fixed by one dude
Yeah.
with a slider tool. Just turn enemy damage down by 20, 30, 70%, and we're back in business.
1, 2, 3, 4, hit!
The last part was the best part. 20, 30, fuck, it's 70% because this shit is way too hard. I don't know, I feel like I should play this game. Because I don't think this is the first. I'm pretty sure I've seen somebody else talking somewhere else that Elden Ring is way too hard, some gamer. Everybody's just saying Elden Ring has certain element to that makes it way too hard. The boss are way too unpredictable, right? Their special moves are way too unpredictable, right? You learn about one thing and the next time some other move comes on, you have to learn about that too. But yeah. Right, well, that was Elden Ring Dunkview by the channel Video Game Dunkey. Another great game by the same developers that made Bloodborne and Dark Souls. You know what? I'm gonna play this game on this channel. Fuck it. Let's just I haven't played games like this since I played Dark Souls, right? So I should check this out. Right, well, I'll see you next time.